been continuing my teaching for the last 1 month. For the last or the final part of the present tense or the final segment of the present tense, now we come to the use of a present perfect progressive. So for present perfect progressive, or to know something more about your present perfect progressive, first you simply try to know what do you commonly mean by this present perfect progressive tense of the main verb. Why am I using main verb? Because it is the main verb from which we make various types of tense forms, whether it is present, whether it is past, or whether it is perfect. So what is present perfect progressive? Before we go to the rules of the present perfect progressive, remember which is the fourth form of the present tense or the final form of the present tense. First you know the making or the composition of a present perfect progressive. Remember, that's very interesting things. I am simply telling you the trick behind the present perfect progressive. How do you know your present perfect progressive? Remember, first is the present perfect. When present perfect plus present progressive is equal to present perfect progressive. That means when you combine present perfect with present progressive, you get completely a new form, and that new form is the present perfect progressive. Present perfect, then progressive. So what is the perfect? You obviously know your present perfect. In the previous class I told you about the making of the present perfect, has a plus pp. And what is the present progressive? You better know, is plus ing. Is plus ing. Now you combine this present perfect and present perfect progressive, you get your present perfect progressive. Now you have to know, or we have to know about the formation of the present perfect. For present perfect, has versus have. Then for progressive, simply remember your progressive means ing. With has plus ing, then you please go to the be verb. So from the be verb, we have the third form or the perfect as the been. Remember, this been is the perfect. This ing is the progressive. And this has is the present. So the new pattern is present perfect progressive. What is the very interesting thing behind the making of a present perfect progressive? You please know that has is the present, been is the perfect or past participle, progressive is the ing. So any verb that ends with ing is called progressive. Any verb is the perfect means third form of the verb is called perfect, and has obviously these are the two present form of auxiliary verbs. So the present perfect progressive making is has been plus ing. So this is the making of the present perfect progressive. When present perfect is combined with the present progressive, we get a new present tense form, which obviously comes as the third form of the present tense, fourth. That means, I'm just sorry to say, that is the last or the final form of the present tense, and this final form of the present tense or present perfect progressive tense is demonstrated by, is displayed by has, have plus been plus ing. This is the structure or this is the making of the present perfect progressive. Remember, this is called has, have been plus ing. So has, have been plus ing is the present perfect progressive. You can also write it down as have. First verb is the have. Remember, have is the first verb, not has is the first verb. So from have we have has. So have versus has. Then perfect be verb been. Then your main verb taking ing. So have has been plus ing is the present perfect progressive tense, and this is the making of a present perfect progressive, or this is the composition or the structure of the present perfect progressive. Then from the example I am just trying to explain you. What is the example? If I say the children have been playing football. The children have been playing football for 3 hours. Remember, the children have been playing football for 3 hours. So what is the present perfect progressive as per the rule? Remember, children, plural noun. So for plural noun, have is the auxiliary verb, plural auxiliary verb. Then been is the perfect. Then play main verb. Play is the main verb ending with ing. So this ing is the progressive. So have been playing is the present perfect progressive. Now lots of questions may come to your mind that why present perfect progressive is used here. Remember, why present perfect? Obviously, you know your present perfect as has been plus ing or have been plus ing. Here have been plus ing is the present perfect progressive. But the question is, why here we use present perfect progressive? Because for these, remember, for 3 hours. For this time expression, we use present perfect progressive. What type of time expression is there? For 3 hours. For 3 hours means the playing of a football started 3 hours before and the children are still playing football. That means from this example, you simply try to know the rule. That means certain action, any action, if certain action starts sometime, if certain action starts sometime in the past, if I say for 3 hours means the playing started 3 hours before and the playing of football is still going on, is still continuing. So here the action starts sometime in the past and is still continuing. That means in the present perfect progressive, we have amazingly the combination of 3 times. 3 times means past time because the action started in the past. Present time means the action is still going on. That means the playing of football is still going on by the children. And it may extend up to some time in the future. So this is the only tense form in the entire range of English tense where we notice 3 forms of time. Number 1 is the past time, number 2 is the present time, and number 3 is the future times. So whenever you use have been plus ing as the present perfect tense or any other form having the same formation or the same structure, always knew that in this present perfect progressive we have the 3 forms: present, past and future. Because when the action starts sometime in the past and it is still continuing, as the action has not yet been stopped in the present time, it may cover some time in the future. So present perfect means it is the combinations of present time, past time, present time and future time. So these for 3 years makes it present perfect. So when we use present perfect, you please look at the continuity of time or when the action started in the past. So remember, for present perfect, you simply know 2 important structure in this. Number 2, for plus period of time, which will obviously help you because this is the important trick to know your present perfect progressive. For plus period of time. Now you simply know what is the period of time. If I say for 6 days, so 6 days is a combination of period. If I say for 10 years, 10 years is the combination of period. For 5 months, 5 months is the combination of period. So these are the period of time. So this period of time goes with a preposition for. Another is since. Since, for since, these are the 2 important prepositions in English referring to time. Here since plus point of time. Now you mark the difference between period of time and point of time. Point of time means, suppose you say since last Monday, that means the action began from last Monday. If we say since January, that means the action started January in the past. If you see since 10 p.m., 10 p.m. means right from 10 p.m. at night. So when you suppose you say since 7 o'clock, that means it may 7 o'clock means it could be 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. So remember, with the since plus point of time, with the for plus period of time, we use present perfect progressive. Only 2 things you have to specially remember: for plus period of time and since plus point of time. But one thing is common: the action must have been started sometime in the past, and the action will be going on in the present time, and the action is expected to go on for certain period in the future. So when we have the present, past and the future time, we know it better by making the present perfect progressive. So present perfect progressive becomes very easier for you if you know the trick that with for plus time and since plus point of time, our present perfect progressive comes. Remember some example. Suppose in the competitive examinations, here lots of questions come, particularly through the multiple choice questions. Multiple choice question means choosing the correct answer from the alternative, just like A, B, C, D. Suppose I say the girls dash the college, the girls dash the college building since 9 a.m. today. Remember, you simply forget about the sentence. You simply insist that what is the time frame that is used in the sentence. This time frame is since 9 a.m. today. Because if you insist on since 9 a.m., obviously you know your present perfect progressive has come. Since 9 a.m. means the decorating the building started at 9 a.m. and the decorating is still going on, and the decoration may extend it to some time in the future. So what are the options? Suppose the option is are decorating. Another option is have decorated. Present perfect, have decorated. Another option is simply decorated, which is the past simple tense, and number 4 is have been decorating. So what will be the answer, or what will be the most important alternative, or the correct alternative? The correct alternative means have been decorating. Why? Because we have the time phrase since plus time. So you simply remember, with since plus point of time, with for plus period of time, we commonly use present perfect progressive, which means it is the combination of a past, present and future time. So here since is over. Now another example. Suppose I simply effect a little bit change in this sentence with a minor change. What type of minor change? You just try to notice. If I say the girls dash the college building for 2 hours. Okay? Only I have changed. I have replaced since with for plus period of time. So for plus period of time, obviously the same choice. Same choice means decorating the building started 2 hours ago. They are still decorating, and the decorating may cover up sometime in the future. So the same choice, and the answer is present perfect progressive, have been decorated. Answer is over, have been decorating. Okay, so with the since plus time, for plus time, please use present perfect progressive. Another very interesting things. What the interesting things in the interrogative pattern? If the sentence begins with interrogative pattern, how do you know? Remember, when your interrogative sentence begins with the since when. Since when means certain action began in the past and it is still continuing. Only thing is that here the sentence is an interrogative. So since when you dash the sums, suppose this sentence is there. And within the bracket, we have the main verb work out. Work out means do. Since when you dash the sums, so since when means you are doing the sum or you are working out the sums started sometime in the past. You are working out till now, and you are working out the sums may cover up sometime in the future. So same choice. Only the change is that the sentence has been made interrogative by placing the since when interrogative pronoun in the beginning. So the same answer, but as it is interrogative, for you use have, and in the second phrase use been working out. Answer is right. That means since when have you been working out the sums? Never use since when you have been working out. Rather, since when have you been working out, because we are in the WH interrogative pattern. From the WH interrogative pattern, your auxiliary verb comes before the subject. So you is the subject and have is the past auxiliary. So when you use such type of tense form, that means present perfect progressive, before the subject in the interrogative sentence, you put the first auxiliary have, then use the second auxiliary been, then main verb. So present perfect progressive is already over. You just try to know the definitions of the present progressive. So far as the present perfect progressive or present perfect continuous is concerned, remember that present perfect progressive continuous means it is the combination of a present perfect and a present progressive. Number 2, it covers our 3 important time phrases, and number 3 is the present progressive is perfect progressive is used when we want to denote that some action started sometime in the first and the action is still going on and the action may cover up sometime in the future. This is all we know about our present perfect progressive. Now, before I conclude my teaching about these four leading or the important forms of a present perfect, present simple, present progressive, present perfect, and present perfect progressive, let me give you some tags. Tags means here 10 important questions on the four forms of the present tense. I said you these important 10 questions today, and in the next class, when I will be simply commencing my next class, first I will give you some important tips and tricks of using these four forms of the present tense. Please, you write these 10 important questions under present tense. Number 1. If I say snakes dash on the ground and in the water. So our tense is live. Number 2, the monkey. Here the is used because monkey is a common noun. The monkey dash an arboreal animal. Arboreal is the single word. You just try to know the meaning of arboreal. Arboreal means living in a tree. Any animal living in a tree is called arboreal. So the monkey dash an arboreal animal. Okay, and that within the bracket B. Number 3, stop. S-T-O-P. Stop him. Stop him. Put the exclamatory sign. He dash before the bus or in front of the bus. He dash in front of the bus. It should be in front, will be the correct option as the preposition in front of the bus. Within the bracket around. Our 3 questions are over. Snakes dash on the ground and in the water. Number 2, the monkey dash an arboreal animal. Arboreal means living in tree. Within the bracket we have the option B as the verb. You just try to form the main correct form of the present tense. Number 3, stop him. He dash in front of the bus. Within the bracket around. Question number 3 is over. Now question number 4. What is the question number 4? Question number 4 means how long you dash in this room, in this rented house. How long you dash in this rented house? Question mark. Within the bracket stay. Correct form. Number 5. This is the second time. This is the second time my father dash a study tour. Study tour, not a tour. It should be rightly pronounced as tour. Tour. So this is the second time my father dash a study tour. Within the bracket, join. Question number 5 is over. Now, question number 6. Here the question number 6. Nowadays, parents dash their children abroad for higher education. Higher education. Within the bracket, send. Question number 6 is over. Then question number 7. What will be the question number 7? Question number 7. Next. He already dash his lunch at home. Within the bracket, have. Have means in the sense of eat. Remember. Question number 8. Question number 8. The old man gradually dash weaker. Within the bracket, become. Become is the verb. Question number IX, Kohli, gas the ball outside the stadium. Outside the stadium. Within the bracket, hit. Hit means strike. Kohli dash the ball outside the stadium, hit. Then our final questions. What will be the final, the question number 10 on the various forms of the present tense. Our last question is that, the Ganga dash into the Bay of Bengal. Within the bracket, fall. So now I said you these 10 important questions. These 10 important questions are very much important. This is just the beginning. I will say you more and more questions, particularly on these 4 forms of the present tense: present simple, present progressive, present perfect, and present perfect progressive. Today I just gave the finishing touch to these 4 forms of the present tense with the 10 important questions given to you, and I do sincerely hope that when you just listen to my next class, you will come with the complete preparation of the solution of these questions. And before I switch on to your past tense, I will explain the important tips and tricks about the use of various forms of the present tense in these 10 important questions. That's all for today. For more information, please go to my channel English Grammar icon and press the bell icon. Till the next class, all of you.